Primary focus again is touring. We are mostly B2B. It takes probably about 80% of our business is B2B. So we work with agents from around the world and sell tours to them and operate tours for them. A lot of group tours, series tours, FIT, and we do a lot of cross-border trips. Another segment of our business is domestic and outbound. We do have a travel agency in Vietnam. We cater primarily to...
Invariably, there's going to be a point where you're going to want to ask a question. You're going to go, yep, that's good. And sitting right in front of you, there's a piece of paper where you can actually write that question down. And in about 35 minutes, we're going to get Liz in the back of the room there. She's going to come around and collect those questions. And you can send those questions up to the panelists. And each panelist is going to be able to, we'll have just enough time for one question. So make it a good question. And we're going to try to get some from the floor. And maybe some of the other questions can be answered afterward with coffee or whatever. So let's just get straight into it. And this is a question for all the panelists. Anton, I'll get you to start first and then just run the mic back the other way. What role does social media play in your company's marketing plan and in promoting your brand and any special offers, as well as your products and services?
And whereas we may not specifically be doing so much from Vietnam, we have our head office that strategically markets globally, based in Bangkok. Social media is, I think, more and more as we go into the future, it's becoming more important that we are very active on social media. So whether it's using Facebook or LinkedIn or Google Plus or YouTube or any of the others, there's quite a few in there. But we have to be careful and we have to be very targeted. We try to identify who our target audience is depending on our source market. We are primarily a B2B company, so we don't want to advertise ourselves to the general public. We want to target ourselves to the agents that we want to run trips for. So there is a very specific campaign. We work on it throughout the year, and depending on the social media platform, depends on the type of targeted marketing we'll do.
The Tourism Working Group, which sits as part of the Vietnam Business Forum, and because I'm chairing both, we run those meetings together once every 2 months. From that, we are, through Eurochan, I'm also Vice Chairman of the Tourism Advisory Board, which was set up under the EU-funded ESRT programme. So our main role is really to lobby the government, bring to the government's attention issues for the industry where we believe where there's room for improvement, and in particular what will help drive the tourism and visitor numbers for the country. So if you have an interest and you have issues, any member of any chamber is automatically a member of Vietnam Business Forum, and therefore you can come to our meetings. And if you're a member of Eurochan, then you're equally invited. So we meet every 2 months. We meet for an hour to an hour and a half over a lunch. We have the meetings running parallel with Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh City by video conference. So I'd encourage any of you, if you want to join that group, please let me know, and I'll make sure that the Secretariat includes you on all future communications. So as I'm standing and I've got the mic, can I steal a lead, because it ties into the last question. My question to the panel was, if you had to select one thing other than visas to drive return visitors, what would it be?
I think this is something you've been working on quite a bit already, Ken, but I would like to see a real, proper professional branding and marketing campaign for the country. I think that it's the Visas are one thing that hold people back, but as a destination, most of our clients see Vietnam as a one-time destination. They think they can do the whole country in one go and it's done. I think with proper branding and placement, we can take Vietnam up to the same level as Thailand. I think Vietnam has more to offer Thailand than in all sectors, whether it's the culture, the heritage, the architecture, the history, the beaches, what have you. And there's still so much room to grow. And without proper branding, I think we're still going to see Vietnam continue on this level. Small efforts to do visa waivers will maybe change the percentages by a couple of points, but not by a lot more than that.
Say Vietnam is like Thailand 15 years ago. Do you find this true for the hotel industry? And what is the same or what is different?
So do I find Vietnam now is like Thailand 15 years ago? So definitely not, because 15 years ago Thailand have start having bomb and protests. I didn't see it here now, so it's not. But in terms of tourism and development in here, I think Vietnam here together as one unit. If we have synergy, if we work together, we have clear direction. We have clear walk path where we want to be in another 15 years from now. We have a great execution. We have great contribution to everyone in here. I think you don't need 15 years, 5 years you can be in like Bangkok or Thailand or Singapore.
Great. Vietnam, when
Talk to me afterwards. I've got one here from Jimmy about how big is ecotourism for you, and how do you see the future of ecotourism? It's a very interesting question, and I'm very passionate about responsible and sustainable tourism. I think ecotourism is a concept that most people really don't understand, and how do you define ecotourism? What does it mean? Does it mean you're going into nature and staying at a resort, an eco-resort that still really is very poorly defined? I think that the term ecotourism will soon be defunct, and really the new catchphrase is sustainable tourism or responsible tourism. And this is something that I would really like to push as much as possible in Vietnam as the tourism industry develops. Especially the mass tourism that is essentially is here, but will be growing even more in the years to come. How do you manage tourism responsibly? And I think it's very important that for all of you here, that you take this concept very seriously, and we use this as a tool to lobby the government to actually enact policies that protect our industry. And not only am I talking about the destinations that we're going to, and we're already seeing a negative impact on the World Heritage sites like Ha Long Bay and Hoi An and Hue, just the sheer numbers of people are going to negatively impact it. So how can we positively affect it, and how can we not only protect it but leave it in a better condition, as well as helping to improve the economic environment for the people that are living there? So when we talk about ecotourism, we discuss a lot with our product department, how do we create tours that are more responsible? We've just gone through a certification program called Travel Life, which rates us, certifies us on many different criteria, how we run our business, how the suppliers that we work with, and what impacts that we have. And this we're using as a tool to measure the products that we offer in the future. So I will harp on about this quite a lot, and I encourage you all to look at what Travel Life means and how we can actually up our game to protect our industry and in going into the future.
Okay. So that's it for today. Thank you. Those are going to come up and say something. I'm not sure if everybody knows the face behind the group that made this all happen. This is
Good that you have time.